think they would be thankful, but no. My Aunt Lois says I never ate red beans and rice. Miss Johanna ate them, and I hated Miss Johanna. And I said to myself, I know, bitch. That's why I said, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Can we erase that? Oh, you can't? Oh my God. I was kidding. I was kidding. You think they'd be grateful that I named Uncle Jimmy's Black Eyed Peas after him because he's always complaining if you don't play Black Eyed Peas, you're not gonna have any money. Every year I make Black Eyed Peas, I never had any money. I said maybe it's the way I made them. But you know, Eric would know. Eric would know. Eric, how many minutes you do? Venmo? Thank you. Aren't they beautiful? Philly meet Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh meet Philly. They call it that for a reason. They'll put a roof in it for a tree. Yeah, fucking good joke. Good joke. Eric.
Can we talk?
Oh, did you remember that? Can I tell you, ever since I started, before comedy, everything I did would come out. I had gay hairdressers. What would they say all the time? Can we talk? Can we talk here? Can we talk here? So I used to always say, can we talk? Can we talk here? Out of nowhere, Joe Rivers comes out with it. Everybody's like, you can't say that. Joe Rivers says that. I was like, can we talk? Now, come on. How long was I saying, can we talk? Forever I'd say, can we talk here? Now, as a child, I'd say, can we talk here? Can we talk here? Okay, that didn't work. But now I can't say how you doing. Now you can't talk to anybody from Jersey and not expect to say how you doing, because you're gonna say how you doing. I gotta figure out this light situation. How you doing? No. Somebody said you can't do that because Wendy Williams could be very upset, and I was like, why? I would say to her, how you doing? And she'd say, how are you doing? That's how it goes. You know what I thought was the funniest thing? Can I tell you something? People from the South are very polite. So the other day I heard a conversation with my friend to her sister, a conversation that would never take place between me and my sister. She says, good morning. I heard her say, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This went on for like a minute. How good can your morning be? And you know, people get upset out here in LA. They get upset because when we say good morning, we say, listen, that means something because we got something to say. We're calling for a reason. I wish Sean was here because he's so right. Nobody wants to work in LA. Have you noticed? Tell me what lights you want to try tonight, Akil. We're going to do something funky tonight. What lights are we going to try? Oh, Maron, I forgot the lights. They came in the mail. Just leave this light on? The house light's off? All right. So I'm going to ask you if you could lean over there. And that's upside down, but don't worry about it. Yeah. How about the one behind that one? Yes? All right. How about there's one over there? Yeah. There you go. See, it always looks better in the dark. Never let a man try to convince you unless he's really drunk. I mean, they gotta be drunk, man. You know, I gotta tell you, I think tequila is a drug. I really have thought about that because it is the only form of alcohol that will make you say things you would never catch yourself saying. Like, where is your poodle? You just look like you should have a poodle tonight. I don't know why. Here he is, the poodle. I'm kidding. Give it up for Mike Moody's in the house. Mike, my family's here tonight. Yeah. Yes, I know, right? Look how with a nice smile. See that? He's like, oh, she's got real family. They don't believe I got any real. Can I tell you something? If they knew how crazy that family was, oh my God! Do you know my daughter's just like Aunt Kate? Yes. She could shank you. And you know it's been done. Who goes to a funeral and gets cursed out? Who gets it? Can I tell you what okay, listen. So I bring, first of all, let me tell you guys something. I should know better. You guys know I got a degree in criminal justice. Some of you do, some of you don't. I'm here to tell you I do.
So I should be smart about shit that happens on the phone. And I'm always in trouble with the phone. Something I've said on the phone. Whether it's somebody playing it back ultra slow where you sound like a monster, I still love you. Like crazy things from years ago. Or if we're talking about people while the music's playing. So when you are on hold and the music's playing, guess what? They can hear everything you say. So my Uncle Junie, who had a speech impediment, calls me and says, we got to find Aunt Kate. And I said, what do you mean find her? Like, is she lost in the street? He's like, no, nobody can find Aunt Kate. So we find her in a nursing home, right? And it's called Caledonia. All right. So the girl's on the phone. She's like, this is Caledonia. How may I help you? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to have that with 2 sugars. Okay, that's right. Okay, how may I help you? Hold on for just 1 second. I said 2 sugars. So we're being quiet. And then we're trying to find my aunt, and she says, hold on for just a second, I'll be right with you. And there's this nice music comes on. So my uncle says, tell you one thing, that's one dumb bitch. I said, she's one dumb son of a bitch. She comes back on the phone and says, I found Kate Logan, and by the way, I am not dumb. I was like, oh my God. So she heard everything. So just because. And one of the worst, I think, that could happen. See, these kids are too young to know what an extension phone is. Because now you can't get a kid off the phone, right? You know how they got us off the phone? Get off the goddamn phone. That's what they did. They picked up the other phone, embarrassed you. I got to put that name on the list. I was stalling. You see what I did there? Hello there. How are you? Good. We're going to get you a seat. Somebody help me. There's a seat back there. Jose, see if there's any seats. All right, so take out the stool. He's young. There's seats all over. You got one here behind you. All right. Can you imagine if it was musical chairs? They would never tell you. They would say, there's no seats. You can't play. You can't play. I'm sorry, what was the name? Okay, like the cracker. All right. Did I say like the cracker? Oh, yeah, how many minutes? Okay, thank you. Well, so we're talking about extensions and not the hair. I am on the phone, and I'm telling my grandmother everything. Now, I don't know if anyone's close to their grandmother, but she knew my grandmother, of course, and my grandmother was a saint. She was very, very polite. I was like, Grandma, they're in there drinking. I was like, and Evelyn beat her daughter. I go, and with the belt, with the buckle. All right, you had to hear me. And I was going on and on. I was like, and Mommy's going to start drinking soon. And all of a sudden, I heard, are you finished yet? And it was a completely different voice. And it was my mother on the other end of the phone. And she said, I need you to come upstairs, get ready for a bath. And nothing's worse than getting your ass beat naked. And nobody does that. Like, white people don't do that to their kids. They just don't. They would never think, let's wash Stephanie and then beat her ass. Does that make any sense? Does a cleaner ass hurt more? Because it does. And don't have white friends. They're very bad influences. Very bad. My friend Stacy said to me, when your mother starts acting up, you just need to tell her, like I tell my mother, shut the hell up. And I did that. My mother said, what? And then I slammed the bathroom door and I locked it. Yep. And then I saw the end of the hinge come off, and I was like, what the? And I saw the claw of the hammer, and I was like, oh, hell no. And my mother got me in that tub with Mr. Bubble again. And when you're in the tub with Mr. Bubble, on top of it all, you're slipping and sliding, and you're being beaten, and it's just really hard to explain. That's really abuse now. I get a phone call from the principal. They're telling me they're going to have to notify the authorities because they heard that I put my hands on my kid, and I said to myself, bitch, I'm 2 seconds off of you. Just a hard way. So you need the bathroom? I got to find a better way to do this, guys. I'm sorry. But you know what? One day it's going to be a bigger place. What do you say? It's going to be absolutely bigger, and it's going to be better. Hey, that's it, right? Because we have a new club opening. It's going to be on Westwood and I don't know where. It's right here on the left-hand side. It's called Delphi Greek, and we already had an opening, a soft opening. It was very nice. That sounds nice, right? There's some guys here saying, I know what that's like. But I'm just kidding about the soft opening. We're talking about Saks Fifth Avenue on the rack. What's wrong with you people? I would never be that person. That sounds like when I used to get those phone calls from school. I can't tell you guys how I don't belong in this town. I don't belong in this town. I don't belong in this town. I get phone calls, okay, from this principal. Now, I sent my kids to a religious school. I figured they're bad, send them to a religious school. Let them beat their ass, right? But they don't do that anymore. They don't do that anymore. Can you let him in for me, please? There's a chair behind you. I'm sorry, I keep pointing to you. I'm making you work. I'm sorry. This is unfortunately the way it is right now. Can you please tell them at home, Cindy, that I don't live a life of luxury? I just need one more chair because he has a friend with him. I know, right? Joaquin's like, you are so boring. There we go. See, you pass it down. They just went by, but they're going to come by. There they are. They're outside. There's my two white fans who complain about everything. You know, I got to complain about my cookbook, by the way. I did. This woman said, it's terrible. I would like a refund, page 76. How could you forget? How does a chef forget temperature? And I said, you want your money back because I forgot the temperature? And I said, who the hell gave you my phone number? And she said, you did. And I probably did. That's probably what I did. Oh, let them in. Are they coming in which way? That door isn't open. That door's not open. Are they going through that way? Oh, okay, listen, it's a friend. You know what I'm saying? It's a friend. Some of us have friends. Some of us have friends. Some of us like to start off really hard and strong. And I got to tell you something. This first guy coming to the stage is no exception because I'm so proud of him because he was in the marathon and I was out there. And again, I did not see him, but that's okay. They always use my bathroom during the marathon and mess it up. And he did really great. And he has a wonderful show called Outside Jokes he's going to bring back. And he'll tell you more about that. Let's give it up for the comedy of John Taylor. Let him hear you.
Thank you. Packed house. Thank you guys for coming out. I left all my Pittsburgh Steelers jokes at home, so we'll see. Good thing. I mean, but it is a joke of the season that's going on already, right? So we don't need to full of that fire. Does anybody else want white privilege for Christmas? It's looking really good right now. I knew it. Like as soon as he said they couldn't be called victims, I knew. I was like, I've seen this episode already. I know this is gonna end. Let's focus on some good stuff though. I actually just recently purchased my honeymoon. Paid for it in full to the Maldives. 9 nights, 4 Gs, and this shit is amazing. It's one of those villas on top of the water, and now I just need to get flights and a fiance because I'm single, too single, and I have to get somebody and fall in love before December 2022 because that's when it expires, you know, or I'm going solo. Because I'll never be able to afford this thing again. Like, if I don't buy it now, it's not going to happen. So I'm either going to fall in love or going to be the only person on the island not fucking. Like, just the only person in the whole continent of the Maldives not getting any. I'm just going to keep sliding, you know? I'm just going to ride that. I have my own pool and everything. I'll make it work. I'll just watch the sunset and cry. It'll be a beautiful sunset to cry to. And I'll be like, you know what? Worth the 4 Gs right here. Right here. Marriage scares me. Marriage scares me because I was in an 8-year relationship. I was in an 8-year relationship like I just got out. Like it's only been about 4 years. And she won't let me move on. She keeps posting from our joint Yelp account that we had when we were together. So every time she goes out with a new boyfriend, I get the notification about how awesome the date was. Her last notification was like this: it was cool to go to Benihana and not have to use the $30 gift certificate, John Taylor. And I was like, okay, that's a little personal. You didn't have to put all that. And this is like, the food portions are kind of small, the drinks were weak, but the dick I got last night, 5 stars. And then the worst part about the review was like 12 people found it useful. So now I'm just that guy with bad dick and gift certificates. Like, they don't sell marriage well on TV. It's always like, oh, we don't have sex or blah blah blah. So I don't want that lifestyle. I'm still interested in fucking, so I'm gonna stay single. But I'm not fucking either, you know? Like, so I don't know. But let's see. Weird year. Have you guys been keeping up with the missing persons since Gabby? Or did we stop after Gabby? Do we know who Gabby is? You guys don't remember Gabby Petito? The beautiful blonde woman that got missing this, and we all were like, where's Gabby? Yes, blonde white woman. Like, do you know how beautiful and blonde you have to be found in Wyoming in 2 days? If you gave me a map of America right now, I couldn't find my Wyoming in 2 days. Like, I would not know. I know it's somewhere near West Dakota. Like, I know it's somewhere over there. They looked for Gabby Petito so hard that they found 5 other dead bodies when they were looking for her. And then they looked for her boyfriend so hard that they found 6 other dead bodies when they were looking for him. So this is what we need to do. Every year, we need to sacrifice a beautiful blonde woman just to get these bodies that are slowly decaying in these national parks, you know? Like, for Gabby Petito so loved the world that she, so crazy, man. Like, they would not stop till they found her. Just to give you, like, we still don't know who killed Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's... They didn't even find Tupac's next album when they were looking for... He's got so many rap songs since. Oh, man. That was weird. I don't understand, like, domestic violence. I don't understand why men hit women. It's so stupid. Before I even, like, get mad at my girl or think I'm going to hit a woman, I ask myself one question, and it's, do I have a Heisman Trophy? Because if you don't, they're going to catch you, okay? You're going to fucking jail. You have a Heisman, it's not guilty. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you run a 4.40, you're good, because a guilty verdict runs like a 4.7. It does not have... It's not the same speed. It's not the same speed, man. I hate when college players get busted and they give back their Heisman Trophy. I'm like, dude, that's your closing argument. What are you doing? What are you doing? Relationships, good old relationships. Let's see. I'm trying online dating now. It's kind of working, but like it doesn't work because like when girls of other races meet me for the first time, they think I'm like a defective Negro. They don't think I sound like I'm supposed to. But I know what I am. I'm like Gateway. You know what I'm saying? Like the marijuana of black dudes. Like if you've been dating Chads and Trevors, get you a John Taylor for that transition. Don't go straight to a Trayvon. Let me show you the way. I get called Oreo a lot. Well, I get it. I understand. But, like, I've been fighting the black fight, too, okay? I've never said OJ did it in my life. I've stuck to it. Even after, like, all the documentaries. That's a tiring fight. Like, people don't understand how taxing this shit is. So crazy. Oh, man. You know, because, like, whenever a black celebrity does a crime, we go, oh, man, they make the whole race look bad. We're like, white people don't have to worry about that. Like, Kyle does his thing, and he doesn't represent, he just represents Kyle. OJ does it, he represents all black people. Then he wasn't even black. He got saved by Cochran. Cochran's gone, though. Cochran's gone. Okay, that was a little tangent. We'll get back to that. We will. All right. So I learned this recently. You gain positive things, but you catch negative things, okay? Like you can gain a friend, you can gain experience, you can gain wealth, but you catch a cold, you catch a body. I was dating a girl, and she said, you know, I think I'm catching feelings. I said, don't you bring that negative energy. You keep that shit over there. Not in my house. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Do you want to catch feelings? Think you're trying to get married?
No. I just want somebody. You know, I want like an on-call wife. If we're being honest, I want somebody I can love on my schedule. I want Uber love. Post, like your love will be here in 2 minutes. Like, okay, that's what's up. Just love me till I get to the Comedy Store, and then I'll do my thing and love me on the way home.
It's called a hooker.
Call it a hooker? That's not love. Like I don't want sex. I want somebody to tell me, baby, you're doing it. You know, like you're doing good. But then, like, that's it. Just once, and then, you know, okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Right? Oh, man. Where were we? Anybody got younger siblings? Yeah? What do you got? What do you have? What are your younger siblings? Like, it was a question. Does anybody have younger siblings? What type of siblings do you have? There we go. That's what I mean. You want to eat something? Yeah, what? Whoa, what do you mean? What do you mean what do I want to eat? Fuck's that supposed to mean? I have a younger sister. And, like, she's a year and a half younger than me. I'm 36. But, like, she's always my 12-year-old little sister. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't grow her past that. And she did something the other day that kind of fucked me up. I saw her sexting. And it scared me because, like, I don't know what the guy sent, but she sent back 3 water emojis, which means, like, she's wet. And I tried so hard to keep her. I was like, don't leave. Like, what do you want to do? You want to go to Disneyland right now? Like, because I knew as soon as I let her go, she was about to get banged out. You know, like, I didn't want that. I didn't want that image. I was trying to stop it. But she's a grown woman. She's 35. She gets to do that. I remember when I realized that she was finally growing up, she called me in because she was watching Sex and the City. And there's a scene in Sex and the City where there's these 4 black transgender women, and they're talking loud, and one of them says, this is probably not the crowd, but who cares? We're already here. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be an awkward. Do you know what scene I'm talking about? No. Okay, we're about to go down. The transgender lady of the night says, girl, I told him if you do not get that dick out of my ass, I will shit on it. That was written on HBO, and Sarah thought that I would find it funny, and I was like, you're supposed to be 12. This is not. Where's the Sesame Street clip she used to show me? That's what I want. Oh, okay. Thank you guys for going there with me. It was a fun ride. This is getting old. Do you guys think that Instagram was invented at the right time? No? I just don't think too many people follow Jesus if he only had 12 followers. Like, I don't think he would have. Okay. All right, we're going to end soft. My name is John Taylor. Follow me. Follow me on Instagram, John Taylor Show. Thank you. Give it up for Center putting this together.
Thank you. And now remember that Sesame Street thing. Now I'm going to remember Sesame Street, and we're going to really keep it rocking and rolling, and he's here today. Let's give it up for the comedy of Jose. Jose, let him hear you.
All right, cool. Yeah. What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing tonight? I can see you. All right, cool. Chica, yeah, bling, bling. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Let me get ready. I am ready now. All right. Oh gosh. All right. Sorry. I feel like I'm having a panic attack in the middle of my anxiety attack right now. So, gosh, let me get. All right, cool. Nice. I was walking down the street and I saw this sign that said karaoke every Wednesday nights. Come and go crazy. And I'm so glad I didn't say go crazy and then come. Because I would have set that place on fire. Let me look at my notes really quick. All right, sorry. Yeah, all right. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, brother?
How you doing? Good to see you too. I like your mustache. I wish I can grow one. I can't grow one. I just want to live on your mustache and learn how to grow follicles. Damn. Ew. No? That was all right. Cool. Damn it. Oh, I hate it. Oh, damn it. I hate when I forget jokes because I get really nervous and I know what to do. Now I know what to do. All right, I'm having I don't know. I'm having a tough time talking to women because I don't know. I don't know how to like approach them, how to like interact with them because like I know I'm not a very good looking guy. Like I get it, I know it. They usually end up shooing me or kicking me away. And cause like, geez, like, women look at me like I have the appearance of a bathroom. You know, the type of bathroom that you walk into and it's just so filthy, dirty, and disgusting and vomits that you can't put your purse or backpack anywhere. Like the only clean place to put it is in the toilets. That's how they look at me, man. But you know what? I'm a sweet guy. Like I'm sweet and hairless. Like I'm so sweet that I can't grow any chest hair. It's like my torso's like this giant bald spot that avoids growing hair. And the hair that I can grow grows like I take showers underneath a bridge. Like if you take every homeless person in America and you let them live freely together, that's the hair all over my body. Damn it. Hate it. I'm sorry. I got mad because I'm not funny, damn it. Yo, this job is really hard. Clap your hands. If you're being a comedian is hard. Like clap your hands if you think this job is hard. Right? Like, yeah, you can get some snaps. It's really hard, man. Like coming up here, making everybody laugh at the same time, on purpose. That's really hard, man. And then like I come to these shows and I come to these open mics and everyone's like really nice to each other. Everyone's really good looking and they all know each other and they all like each other. And like it makes me paranoid and it makes me anxious because like nobody's nice to me because I am not funny. And everyone's nice to each other because they are funny. What's up, dude? How's it going? No, don't be sorry, man. You're not interrupting anything good. Cool, it's okay, man. It's all right, good. Ouch. Yeah, I know. How do you think I feel, man? Damn. But yeah, man, everyone knows each other. Everyone's really nice to each other. You guys all like each other, and it makes me paranoid. It makes me anxious and insecure because everyone's nice to each other because you guys know that you're funny. And nobody's nice to me because I am not funny. And I am in the corner by myself, and I am freaking out. And I keep talking to myself like nobody's nice to me because they know that I'm not funny. I don't know what to do. I wish I was funnier. I could hear it. I could see it. Like, I wish I was funnier. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I stink and I smell. And, like, I should get another job. And, like... damn. Does anybody else feel that way? No? A little bit? All right, cool. Thank you. Oh my gosh, don't you hate it when you write a joke and then it takes you a year to write it and then it's not funny? Oh my gosh. Hey, sir, how's it going? You doing okay? Yeah. I don't like the way you're looking at me. You're looking at me like you just discovered that I am not funny. I'm sorry. Oh, don't blame it on you. Who should I? No, I ain't gonna blame it on you, man. You are. I don't like you. Oh, man. You know who I do want to blame it on? Babies. I fucking hate babies. I really do, man, because like babies have like they have so much potential. They could be anything in the world. They could be like a firefighter or like the president or like a business owner or like a model or an athlete or a gymnast or a hypnotist. And like I hate them because they remind me of how worthless I am. Like I used to be a baby with like a future of endless possibilities. And now those endless possibilities got whittled down when I got older. Like I remember when I was 3 years old, like I used to be a superhero. And then I'm 6 years old, and then I'm like, no, I want to run my own company. And then at 10 years old, like, no, I don't want to run my own company anymore because I like to set things on fire. And then I'm 14, and I'm like, I'm a pretty good-looking guy. Like, I should be a model. And then at 16, I'm like, no, I don't want to be a model anymore because everyone can see how ugly I've grown up to be. And then I'm 18, and then like 18, I'm like, I want to be like the president or like the senator or like the mayor. And then like at 21, I'm like, oh, I can't do that stuff anymore because I just made a sex tape in college. Man, I used to be a superhero, man. And like now my life is confined to being like a porn star or like, I guess the president still. I could do that still. I hate babies. I want every baby to die of measles just so that I could be successful. I really do, man. All right, cool. I'm doing a pretty good job up here, man. I'm going to pat myself on the back. Good job, Jose. Good job. Oh, gosh. I remember when I was 6 years old, my dad used to work at a glue factory. and he never came home because he got stuck at work. Damn, man. What's wrong with you guys? Nah, nothing's wrong with you guys. What's wrong with me, dude? Gosh. I don't know what to do sometimes. Like, I wish I was funnier, but, like, I'm so insecure, and I don't know what to do, and, like, man. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? All right, cool. I think that was a pretty good joke. I'm just going to end it right there. Thank you. All right, guys. See you later. Peace out.
Where are they gonna find you?
Oh, hey, you can find me on the streets and on Instagram at the 21ST Clown. Thank you, guys.
Wasn't the SD did, right? You good? Thank you. Give it up for Jose. Jose.
That's like a Freddy's dead, right? Freddy's dead. Freddy's what? Freddy's dead. That's what I said. Listen, guys, somebody wanted water. Somebody wants to go to the bathroom. Do it when I'm on stage. You want to go to the bathroom, anybody? I just want to make sure. I'm just checking in. He ran out again, this guy.
Well, he's trying to go to the bathroom. I told him no, he's not online. He just stepped out.
He just stepped out. Okay, stepped out. They step out. They step in. All right, let's hear your 5 minutes, Joaquin. Let's do this. Come on.
I'm equally as insecure. All right, here we go. I was at improv tryouts because I'm lame and I don't want to have friends. And during improv tryouts, one of my friends decided to come with me, right? And he was right next to me. And towards the end, he really wanted to leave. Like, he grabbed my shoulder very aggressively and was staring into my eyes. He was crying. He was like, "I don't want to be here. You all are extremely unfunny, especially you." So to mess with me and to make things a little lighter, there was this one game that we were playing in improv where we had to get, for a suggestion, we had to get a historical figure or a famous person, and he grabs my shoulder very aggressively with the same intent that a father has to, like, tell his kid something very important, and he grabs it and he goes, you should say Jeffrey Epstein." And I laughed very loudly at that. Everybody could hear me, and he looked me in the eye and he said, "What is wrong with you, you sick fuck?" And we did a couple rounds of this, and he kept grabbing my shoulder and was like, "Say Jeffrey Epstein, say it, say it. I am the devil on your shoulder." And I'm like, well, I already laughed at it. I might as well say it, because I am definitely not getting into improv. Anyways. I do therapy. Anyone else in therapy? I'm 16. Yeah, I'm in therapy. My therapist kind of just straight up roasted me the other day. I was in therapy. She had me fill out like a little chart, just like an anxiety and depression chart, and she looked at me with the same, like, after I filled it out, she looked at me with the same, like, concerned look that a mother has for a child. She looked at me in my eyes and she went, "So I'm going to tell you something that you probably already know. You have really low self-esteem." And I'm like, "Thank you." My friends tell me this every single day, especially you. So yeah, she tells me that I have really low self-esteem, and she pulls out like a PowerPoint, and she's like, "All right, so here's how we're gonna get your self-esteem up. This is the third PowerPoint I have. It is for the kids who have the lowest self-esteem. I normally don't bring it out, but just for you, I'm going to take it out. Here we go." She's like a telemarketer in disguise. I think that therapists should be telemarketers because they like actively have to like get you to try and become a better person. Anyways. I was a Make-A-Wish kid because I was bald. I was bald. I went to New York, right, as like my Make-A-Wish wish, And I went with my dad. It was a really fun time. I met the guy who played Spider-Man. It was great. But the thing is, I lived. And the thing about Make-A-Wish is it is a foundation for kids with terminal illnesses. So now I just live in perpetual fear that Make-A-Wish is going to come to my house, knock down my door, and shake me very aggressively and be like, you never went to New York. You never went to New York. You will forget those memories. Or just have a trained sniper. Just outside. I did have cancer. And one of the things that I have to do now because of the fact that I had cancer is I have to check for lumps, and one of the places that I have to check for lumps is my testicular region. So now I have the greatest excuse if my mom ever walks in on me. I can just be like, oh, I was doing a self-examination. That's why the computer's open. I needed an example. I have the greatest excuse if my mom ever walks in on me masturbating, but I can only use it once or twice a week or she's going to start getting suspicious. That was my set, but do I got more time?
No,
Right, that's it?
right on top. Where can they find you?
You can, thank you. My Insta, I believe, is at Keelan the Funny Kid. Yeah. K-E, I think it's capital K-E-E-L-I-N, the Funny Kid.
Hey, 16 and kicking it, huh?
Very brave.
Very brave. Not everybody can be very brave like that. Not everybody can be very brave like that, but we all can if we try. Oh, yes, we can. Oh, yes, we can. Why? You're both shaking? Just don't break this new microphone stand. That's all I'm asking you, because if you do, that means that Curtis Allman's going to have to pay for it. Let's give it for Curtis, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And guys, make sure you pay. Okay.
I'm not paying for the mic. I can't afford it. I'm doing comedy, okay? Let's start out with this, you guys. I moved here about 5-6 years ago now, but I moved here from Austin, Texas. All right, I got it okay. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Austin, Texas, but all you need to know about it is on the main street of Austin, there is a shop that sells two things and two things only. That is Stetsons and healing crystals. That about sums up Austin in a nutshell. If you guys notice, I don't know, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of fans out here, but you gotta have heard about it. Taylor Swift just put out a new album, right? It's very popular. Which is a problem, you guys. My girlfriend loves this band, and she's been playing the songs. Every song on this album is about being broken and hurt and abused. It should not be this relatable. We gotta start treating these women better, guys. We are doing a terrible job. Taylor Swift should not be this popular. This is a hot take here, but I wish the makers of more products were bigots. Because every time one of these people gets found out, oh, the sales, you guys, oh my God. I didn't even know it. I picked up some shoes the other day. I do rock climb, so I picked up some rock climbing shoes, and I was like, oh, these are on sale, like 50% off. Good shoes. I put them on. I was so proud of myself and this deal I had, and I was strapping them on, and my friend came up and was like, you know why they're selling those cheap, right? They're racist. I was like, yeah, but I already bought them, so, and, I mean, social justice is expensive, and I think the government should pay the cost. That's my stance. Also, the only times that I've ever not had to wait in line for Chick-fil-A is whenever that guy decides to be homophobic, and I love chicken. I really, really do. I got to travel to Germany whenever I was in school, and I was in Berlin specifically, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with Germany, but their history is messy. Let's call it messy. But what I really admire about Germans in general, and specifically the people of Berlin, is they build monuments to their failures, right? They have right? I mean, they erect these monuments to the worst things, to their biggest failures. That would be like you guys if every man here had a bronze limp dick cast in his living room, just never forget. Got to be vigilant, or it'll come back. My girlfriend likes to start a lot of conversations. Tell me if your significant other does this. She starts conversations off with, "I know you don't care. Why bother with the rest of the sentence? Why? And she finishes, and then I'm like, okay. And she seems disappointed by it. It's like, you knew this was going to happen. You said, I know you don't care. How many times has anyone said, I know you don't care, and then given you the rest of that sentence, and you suddenly cared? I'm willing to bet none of them. It's never happened. All right, well, that's that relationship. How about this one? Me and my dad are now at that point. I'm about to turn 30, and my mom passed away a couple years ago, so, now so I spent some time with my dad, and we've gotten to that point where we started drinking together, casually, just, sitting around drinking, and I hate it. Because, alcohol hits them in different ways, and my dad gets very honest. And he wants to tell me stories about his life that he didn't bother telling me whenever I was growing up. And that is not our relationship, okay? Honesty is not the cornerstone, and I'm not ready for it. The other day, he told me a story. He was like, "Yeah, Galen, old fishing buddy of my dad's, nice guy, really, nice guy." He tells you, "Yeah, Galen, he had an anger problem. Yeah, one time some guy, sitting in his seat, started talking shit. He went out in the parking lot, brought a gun in, and fired it, emptied the chamber in the magazine." And I was like, "What? Who are you? What is this? This is not my vision of him, and I don't need it to change. Plus, I can't be honest back to him. What am I going to tell him? Yeah, Dad, all the values that you tried to instill in me, I let go of most of them. I'm sorry to say that Jesus does not have as big of a role in my life as he did whenever you knew me well. It's an awkward conversation. I don't need it. All right, looks like we're here. I'm at right here at the end of my time, guys. So I'm going to leave you with this because Sunda actually reminded me of it, talking about corporal punishment. Because you're right. White people don't beat their kids unless you're from the South. Then it's a prerequisite. There are two of the many beatings that I received in my life, and I don't even think of them as beatings, I was acting a fool. I deserved it, That's how I see it. But one time, my mom, so I went to a school, and principal, they weren't allowed to do it. It was a woman, and for some reason, it's weird, I guess, if a woman spanks a kid that's not her. So they had to call my mom in. And I don't know if you've ever had to have a parent called off work and brought to the school to deliver punishment to you. Oh, my God. I would have rather the principal just punched me. My mom used to do it with a wooden spoon, all right? So, a wooden make some soup spoon. And I remember this time she was spanking me, and right in the middle of the spanking, she went, whack! And half the spoon went flying across the room. And I could not stop laughing, you guys. It was the funniest thing. And the impotent look on my mom's face, and as a parent, if your kid ever just starts laughing while you're beating them, once you're at the spank, when the kid's laughing, you just got to pack it in. The house is theirs. Thank you guys so much. I'm Curtis Allman. I'm on Instagram at the same name. Thanks so much.
Because it sounds like the Allman Brothers, but it's not.
C-U-R-T-I-S-A-L-L-M-O-N.
It just sounds like it, but it's not it. And we waited all week for this. All week. For Brian Weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hear you. Where'd he go? All right. Blended in there. How many minutes?
10.
Sunda's known me for 6 years, and my name is not Brian. I'm just letting everybody know that right now. It is Brennan. I am sorry.
Brennan?
No, you said Brian.
That's
So-
Brian?
Yeah. All right. Sunday. Okay. Okay.
That's your job. Be careful.
You done? All right. All right. Give it up, Sunda's family, everybody. Sunda's family. Yeah, you guys are here. Yeah. Y'all came in for a treat, didn't you? Yeah, this is nice, right? This is nice, yeah. Watching us unravel up here, right? It's just what's been happening. Yeah, just watching that slowly progress from the back. Just so you guys are being subjected to this. It's not. She was like, "Come to this show." It's a show, isn't it? It's a show of mental illness, isn't it? Isn't it? Which leads into my next bit. So we're in a mental health crisis. That's what they say on the news. We're in a mental health crisis. And there's a lot of talk about defunding the police, and I want to know where that money goes. Right? And so I think the government should create a new branch of the military just dedicated to therapists. Okay. Can you imagine that emergency response team? Just a bunch of nerds jumping out of a helicopter like, go, go, go! How can I support you? You know. We have Birkenstocks on the ground. You know what I mean? Make your Zoom meetings way more interesting. Therapy would be more interesting. Are you manifesting, Susan? Sir, yes, sir. I can't hear you. Sir, yes, sir. Drop down and give me 30. Positive affirmations. I am smart. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I don't know, guys. We're in a climate crisis, too. We're in a climate crisis. Saw on the news the other day, there was a diplomat from this Pacific Ocean region called Tuvalu, right, over near Australia. And they weren't allowed to go to the climate conference because of COVID, right? And so he's given his, like, welcoming speech or whatever to the UN, this climate conference, standing in knee-deep water, right? And he was very eloquent in his speech. You know, he's very eloquent. He's like, I really can't wait to cooperate with the other countries, right? I'm really working to be able to forward this relationship, be able to tackle this climate crisis. Screaming, right? Like, is it the point where he's trying to make this stage? Help me! Like, help me! The country is going underwater, like, as he's standing there, right? Help! Like, there should be somebody. It'd be funny if you had like water wings, just being like, all right, and this has been about 15 minutes, you know, okay. It's a tragedy, man. And I think it's weird how like we just don't talk about it. Like there should be some kind of advertising, right? Like we hear about it in the news, but nobody's actually doing anything about it, right? They should just, you know how like in the early 90s you could get those t-shirts with like the cute animals on them from like the World Wildlife Foundation and shit. Most people found them at Goodwill. But really, it was like... Excuse me. But really, I think now they should put more, in-your-face kind of images, more it's like a stark contrast. Like, I feel they should put T-shirts with, like, a Filipino trash village on the front, right? Wouldn't that make sense? Like, you know, like, where are we at in addressing this issue? Like, when I say Filipino trash village, like, I'm not being racist about it. Like, you can see it in your mind, right? Like, if I say, okay. Like newspaper houses, like, okay. You want to have them invent like Pacific Garbage Patch dolls, you know what I mean? Like, how do we get this merchandising to go through? I'm getting sick of white women twerking with no ass. I feel we've crossed that line, that threshold. Watching white women twerk with no ass is like going to Popeyes and they don't have any chicken. They got sides, but there's no meat, you know. I don't know. I think unisex bathrooms are getting interesting now. We voted for them, right? We got both genders can go in the all the genders can go in the restrooms, right? All the genders. Sorry. All right. Gen Z's in the house. All right, I'm just telling you guys. I'm gotta be P's and Q's, guys. You don't have to if you don't make it a thing. All right. All right. So. Good tag, sir. Good tag. All right. No, but I was standing in line for the bathroom, and I was standing with these two like little model girls, like little twigs, right? And then out comes the bathroom is this giant, heavy-set man, and then they look at me, and I'm like, no, after you, go for it. Gotta share that shit, man. I wish I had a better lift after that. The beginning was good, and then I lost you guys at the other half of it. It's okay. That's why we're here. We're working on stuff. I don't know. My wife gets upset with me whenever other beautiful women are around, right? You know, that thing where you stop looking, that kind of shit. And we saw this one woman walking around with a fake ass, and she was like, "You like that? You like that?" And I was like, "No, baby, no, not at all." And I said this, and I want to gauge the crowd's reaction. I said to her, whenever I see a fake ass, it reminds me that I'm like of looking at a really nice car that I can't afford. I saw the whites of your eyes when you did that. Yes. And she lost her shit, to be fair. She lost her shit. And I was like, no, I'm being very practical. I don't need to live beyond my means. Like, that's how I said it to her. And I was trying to be very sweet about it. But see how all the women are just stewing about it? Like, I don't get it. It's like, I like fucking, like, you know how much gas costs for that car? Like, I'm just very... She's like, "What are you comparing me to your 2010 Nissan?" I was like, "I'm proud of my car." Right? She's like, "I'm proud of you too," right? I had to earn this car with hard work, right? Just have to earn this because it's going to be a fight, which is a lot of hard work to get through. I'm earning this. I don't know. Me and my wife have a special relationship. It involves ropes, handcuffs, and our safe word, right? You know, I'm trying to get into this whole BDSM thing, right? Except I'm not good at it. All right, I'm not good at it because I can't stay in character, okay? I can't stay in character because you have to be like mean and stuff. I'm like choking the shit out of her, be like, "Do you need a towel?" Like I'm I'm considerate to a fault, you know what I mean? "You need a towel? I could get are you okay? Is it too much?" Like it's just, and one time I showed up to her house and she was dressed in all this sexy lingerie and she was like, "Tie me up and do anything that you want." So I did and played video games for about 3 hours. Okay. Just want to get some peace and quiet. It's a lot. I don't know. I always thought about why are people from Arizona racist? You think about that? It's like, you've been to Arizona, right? Anybody been into Arizona? It's too hot to be racist. Like, if you see somebody you don't like, you just go in the house. Like, that's where everybody's why does anybody have a reason to hate anybody in Arizona? It's too fucking hot to be outside to hate anybody. Okay. I don't know. And I found out before, Arizona was the last state to join the Confederacy during the Civil War, right? It's like they had to go out of their way. You know what I mean? Like the war already started. And they were like, hey, I have some things to say about that. Nobody asked them. Okay. I'll build on that bit. Okay. I'll build on. There's more there. I got to find a point to it. Okay. I've been watching a lot of trashy lesbian reality TV lately. Just something I've picked up. I have Amazon Prime. They have a bunch of bullshit on there to watch. There's nonsense on there. And I found this series called Tampa Bays. Right? I love the show. I love it so much. It's just beautiful women on this show. Right? And it's really fun because it's just women hanging out with women, loving women, and I love watching them make each other miserable. Okay? That is my thing. I just love seeing how it's the same. No matter if it's a man, a woman, it's the same problems, right? Like it's the same thing. I don't care what you say. They're all talented and successful. Everybody has attachment issues, okay? Okay. You know, that'd kill in like a group therapy setting, I would tell you, okay? Okay. I don't know. I think we need to give up on empathy. Yeah. I think we do. I think it's self-serving. Okay, get a little deep with you guys. Because when you care about somebody, right, you know, don't you have to take that in, right? Like I look out in the when I look out in the streets, I see so much suffering. Do you help those people? No, you don't, right? You know what I do? I don't even give to the homeless. I surprise them. Okay, this is how I do it. When a homeless person, like asks me for money, I don't usually do it. But when I walk out of 7-Eleven sometimes and I have a little couple ones, I'm just like, surprise! And just like watch it come down and just scare the shit out of people. This is my lucky day. It's entertaining. You should try it. You should try it, all right? You know, you haven't given a while. You should try surprising somebody. Throw up some change. It's okay, no. All right, thank you guys so much. I'm Brennan Weeks. Peace. You don't use it. It's Brennan Weeks, guys. Thank you.
Brennan Weeks. Brennan, you know what? You get mad about those homeless people because they have animals, and you're thinking to yourself, the food's right in front of you, right? That's terrible. And you know the ones that sing and dance and tell jokes, you know what? They don't need food. They need an agent. But the best ones are the ones that, you know, you don't have to take home, right? You can drop them off anywhere. See that? I saw you were coming back again. Give this guy a round of applause. He's my new fan, and we're going to make some money with this guy. I don't know how, but Jeff Graham's going to let us know. Where are you, Jeff? Right here. How many minutes we got? 10. 10? Okay, go. Jeff Graham, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, let's keep it going for psychologists getting deployed out of airplanes to do their good deeds on the ground. Just one second here. So my name's Jeff, and I took a class recently, and the instructor said that we had to tell each other what we look like. So I was expecting everyone to say that I look like a James Bond villain, but instead people in the class said I look like a used car salesman. Addicted to Vicodin. But I quit selling cars a long time ago. All right, I can't hear what he's what are you saying?
He said bring it down with the car salesman talk.
Oh.
That's because he's a car
Oh, you okay? See, but you don't have what my wife. So my wife says I have Vicodin eyes. See, you don't have Vicodin eyes.
What does that mean?
Vicodin eyes. No, so my wife used to. She's a nurse, and so she used to like deal with a lot of patients. And so if they had Vicodin, I guess, addictions, then they had my eyes. So that's what a Vicodin eye is. Now, you happy? Any other questions? You want to open it up? Anything else? All right. So, but we've been married for over 16 years. Thank you. Feels great to be acknowledged by somebody. But my wife, she's different than me. Like she's employed. But we're also very similar because she's a dual citizen and I'm bipolar. And if you notice my hands start to shake up here, that's the bipolar meds. And I just did meth before I came on stage. And my wife, anytime she wants a great hand job, she asks me to triple my dosage. My being bipolar is like you're like Jordan Belfort from The Wolf of Wall Street when he's on cocaine half the time, and then the other half the time you're like the Wolf of Wall Street on Quaaludes. And so one thing to know about us bipolars is we have this thing called dual diagnosis, which means we have bipolar, and also we have issues with other addictions. So before today's show, I sat down and made a list of items that I have been addicted to, and they are Klonopin, Hydroxycut, stealing, buying Tony Robbins self-help tapes, sex, watching women's golf, and making lists. And after today's show, I'm going to make another list called 10 Ways to Stop Making Lists. But one of the weirdest addictions I had is where I would drink 8 Red Bulls, and then I would smoke weed because I like to be balanced. And so things got out of hand. And so I went to a 12-step meeting where afterwards the guy came up to me. He's like, "You used to do meth, didn't you?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Because when I couldn't score meth, I would do what you're doing. That's called a hippie speedball." Holy shit. So you mean meth was the gateway drug? And I went straight for the hard shit? But now I'm finding out that hippie speedballs are actually a gateway drug for something far worse. And that's the free coffee and donuts at the meetings. So I actually, I was a cadet at West Point and got kicked out my senior year because of bipolar. And then I was like desperate for money. And so I'm not proud of this. I'm 40 now, but when I was in my mid-20s, I was a pickup artist and a pickup artist instructor. Double douchebaggery. But there was only one little problem. I was what's called a false prophet. So I'm like a bamboozler, scammer. All you need to know is I have a lot of people asking for refunds. So my therapist, I talked with her and I said, like, I feel bad about what I did, and she's like, well, you should probably try to get all that advice taken off the internet. So I've been going around getting things taken down, and I found a website called pickupartistlibrary.com. Yes, we need a library. And on there, they had some marketing that was said about me. It goes, while attending West Point, Jeff became the official military ladies' man. Official. If that's true, the military had more problems than we originally thought. Jeff will share with you his secrets on how to seduce the woman of your dreams with his sniper-sharp wit and aggressive demeanor. Looks like I was responsible for the Me Too movement. So I asked the guy, I said, can you please take it down? And instead he responds back sarcastically, why don't you help me become the official library ladies' man? I'm like, that's not a thing. But the good thing that happened during this time is I met my wife. I did all my tactics and techniques, and she still didn't break up with me. And but I discovered I had this thing. It's called retroactive jealousy. And it's where I can't stop obsessing over my wife's lovers. Like, I still think about her ex-boyfriend from 20 years ago. So I did what anyone would do. I ran a background check on him. I found out that he has a thriving law practice and a vacation home and a stalker that sells cars and is addicted to Vicodin. So one night, it was after a pickup artist program, and I was talking with a French pickup artist instructor about my jealousy. And he says to me, Jeff, you don't want to hear this, but in France, to get rid of jealousy, a man needs to watch another man fuck his wife. I was like, Christoph, clearly you've never helped anyone with jealousy before. Then I imagine, what if Christoph was your dad? You'd be like, Dad, I can't quit smoking cigarettes. You need to smoke crack. Dad, I can't stop obsessing over my weight. You need to watch another man fuck your wife. So, yeah. Yeah, and when I was single too, had a lot of body image issues. Part of it is because most girls in LA didn't care. But occasionally I'd meet a girl that wasn't a fan of the skin, as we like to call it in the foreskin community. Unfortunately, yeah, like a girl would be like kissing down and all sexy, and then she'd see my uncircumcised penis and she'd start kissing back up, all sexy. I thought my wife would be nicer, but no, she She refused to give me a blowjob. She called it the anteater. I got a snort. My weekend is complete. And she said that it feels like chicken skin in my mouth. So I'll let that image. So that puts context into why, at the young age of 35, I got circumcised. Because until death do us part was too long to go without a blowjob. But you know what? She still won't give me a blowjob. Now she blames it on my hairy bush. So at this point, she's running out of excuses, and I'm running out of things to cut off. Last thing I'll say is that I asked my wife, I said, what was it you liked about me the night we met? She said, oh, I thought you were on coke. You were talking fast and you were acting hyper, but I didn't care because I like guys with a crazy edge. That wasn't cocaine I was on. I wasn't on cocaine. I was off lithium. All right. Twitter.com/whatsupnow6. Thank you.
Good time, right? Everybody's having a good time. You have cottonmouth, anybody? Nobody has cottonmouth? No, you got your water good. You feel good about that, right? Right. I feel like I'm going to have to quack, but it's okay. We're here with Eric Wozniak. Let's go.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Holy shit. Let's do this. Okay, let's just do this. Okay? Yeah, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Eric Wozniak. Come on, what the in Philadelphia, okay? Black and white kid, queer kid in a white neighborhood. You know what it was like for me? I was the only Africanian on the fucking block, okay? Africanian. Going to that fucking private school saying apartheids, okay? I was a smart kid. I got A's in Guilty Sinner 101. I got an F in being myself, okay? All right, listen, I'm a black and white kid, right? I had a hard time with my identity. It's difficult when you're mixed race. Anybody to having a problem with trying to find, that's the biggest thing in life. Trying to find your identity, right? And then you can croak. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole thing, and that's the whole problem. I didn't realize that I was white until the day I apologized, okay? I'll wait, okay? You know what I mean? That was a legitimate joke, okay? That was not shit. That was a legitimate joke, okay? And let me tell you about shit, all right? I'm not gonna, I wanted to just talk about for a second. Listen, there's a lot of shit going on in the world these days. We're all dealing with a lot of shit, okay? But I'm talking about, what the shit I'm talking about, it's the unexpected shit. The unexpected shit. I'm not gonna be one of these lame comics that comes up here and talks about bowel movements, okay? Get it out of your mind, okay? I'm talking about unexpected shit that happens to us. I'm on the fucking Staten Island ferry, okay? 1994. 19 years old, my birthday, getting an AIDS diagnosis at the fucking clinic from some fucking quack doctor in fucking Staten Island, okay? I get on the fucking boat to go back to Manhattan crying, I'm gonna die young. My whole life is over. Oh my God, what have I done? Mariah Carey's playing in my fucking Sony Walkman, okay? There's a hero if you look inside your heart. That and a fucking strawberry yoo-hoo. I shit myself on that Staten Island ferry, okay? That is an example of an unexpected shit. Combination of bad sugar food and a fucking really sappy bad diagnosis and a fucking really sappy fucking song by a fucking... Anyway, never mind. But listen, here's the thing. We have all kinds of shit that we have to deal with, okay? There is shit in kitchens, crock of shit. We deal with shit. Okay, I know I'm going to just calm down. I'm going to get this. This is all new, okay? So I'm not going to apologize to you, okay? Because I'm going to just fucking do it, all right? And I'm going to look at my fucking notes like Jose. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit. I'm going into my, listen, I am, all right, here we go. We're going to go into damn it, fuck the notes, man. I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm up here to talk. Life is not about perfection, okay? Life is about being present, right? Being present. Isn't it really what life is all about? You know what I mean? We're present. We're here. This is our moment. You know what I mean? We're together in this room. We're getting up on stage. Brave dude, great job. Great job. You know what I mean? See, yeah, so here's the thing. Yeah, shit. Okay. Shit. No, don't get in your head, Eric. Don't get in your fucking head. All right, look. Yeah, so listen, I grew up in Philadelphia, okay? Black and white. The only, I wanted to be white, I wanted to be black, I had a hard time fitting in. The only thing that was really black about me when I was a kid was my fucking Jerry curl, okay? I had fucking mousse, I had so much product in my hair, and I'm telling you right now, I destroyed more fucking couches and fucking sofas in people's houses, I have motherfuckers running after me down the street. Yo, motherfucker, you ruined my mom's couch! You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to look like I had relaxed fucking afro. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to be white and I wanted to be black. And I spoke a certain way when I was with white people, and I spoke with another way when I was with black people, because I wanted to fit in. My whole life, I just wanted to fit in. And let me tell you something. A lot of times people that do comedy, because I'll tell you something, they've dealt with a lot of shit in their life and they want to laugh. Let me tell you, when I found out that I had AIDS when I was 19 years old, you know what I started doing comedy within a year. And don't ask me how that happened, but I wanted to laugh, because it was either lay down and die, which a lot of people were dying then, or laugh. And I chose to laugh. And I got on stage and I started about shit, and shit is this. Like, there is so much shit, you know, that we talk shit, you know, you have pieces of shit. There is shit that gets into a fan, and we have the shit hits the fan. We have
You were so. I give him an honest answer. I'm like, well, no, but, you know, I'm still figuring things out. And he goes, how old are you? And I say, I'm 30. And he goes, oof, well, no offense, but time's kind of running out. And, you know, I bet it was my family who slipped this guy at 20 and was like, fuck this bitch up. I gotta teach him a lesson. Bring him to a mic. I don't know. The thing that really pissed me off about this guy is that I went to college for my job. You know, I mean, no offense to delivery guys, but you know, I mean, I don't know. He has like the daily challenges of like the same thing as a possum. You know, like full amputee just talking shit about my limbs. You know, it would be a fucking man. That's just what I'm saying. Tired of him. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I forgot that part. Well, that's why we're working it out, huh? So, I don't know. He goes on. He tells me, you know, I got a 13-year-old. I'm trying to get him to think about this, and I'm thinking, like, well, what's the point? You know, you're clearly going to teach him the most important lesson a man can teach to a son, which is no matter what you look like, no matter how shitty your job is, you know, how possibly worthless you are, you can always shit on a woman to make you feel better about yourself. That's always there. Anyway, so I go to a nail salon recently. Well, not that recently, obviously, but I go to a nail salon. And there's this Asian woman, Vietnamese woman, she's doing my nails, and she goes, what are you? And that's not how she said it. We know how she said it. All right? Not today. Not today is what I'm saying. Not today. So she goes, what are you? And I say, oh, I'm Mexican. And she says, what? No, you're so pretty, so skinny. Yeah. I don't know. It's like that Americanized immigrant industriousness, right? Like simultaneously shitting on Mexicans and fat women, I guess. Can't get it anywhere else. And I say, I'm kind of like taken aback, you know. I'm like, what? And she goes, and her colleague over here, so she comes over, like, looking concerned. I think she's going to apologize. And she's like, Mexican girl big. Yeah. Oh, fuck, I forgot the goddamn punch. Whatever. Fuck, goddamn it. Anyway, so, whatever. So she goes, like, Mexican girl big. Like, she doubled the fuck down, you know? Like, let me spell this out for you. You people are generally fat and unfuckable, is what I'm saying. You know? And like, you know, I'm gonna have to have my notes up for them, sorry. I don't know, like, maybe she learned to speak English from, like, a Republican man's dating profile. I don't know. Who am I to judge? Anyway, so I told this to my friend, right? And I was like, and he got really upset with me. He's like, if you didn't call her out, you're a fucking coward. And it's like, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to take a fucking knee and tell this woman who's like inhaling chemical fumes, you know, this fucking third world immigrant, like, oh, you're being really unfair to me, you know? Like, no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to take that fucking knee. Because she was busy working on my calluses. You know, it's weird to think about. There was this study that said that 70% of straight women fake their orgasms. Yeah, it's true. It's a pretty big study. And I've never met a man who has ever felt like they had a problem in that area. And as much as I'd like to blame men for everything under the sun and more, I really think that straight women are the problem. Like, because men have like no fucking idea what enjoyment looks like. It's like asking a lifelong vegetarian, like, oh, does that soy meat taste like real meat? Like, how the fuck would you know? You know, you've been fucking lapping up lies for the last 20 years. Anyway, that's all I have for tonight. Thank you. I'm Jessica Gutierrez.
What did I call you? Gabrielle Gutierrez. You know, Gabrielle's Cuban, too. And you're Mexican. Yeah. And you guys don't even know each other. You don't. But wait a minute. Where's Eric? Okay, Eric went up, and we have one where we have Michael Moody and then Sam. Is that right? Yeah. All right, so where's Michael Moody? He's feeling kind of groovy. Let's do it with Michael Moody. All right, Michael.
Hi, it's Mike, but you know, I'm not gonna do it. I feel like mine is the most useless one to bring up. This is just the shorter version of the same name. So I might just be petty. It might just be a petty move. You gotta be good at your job. But if you are good at your job, sometimes people don't like you. Because being at work is complicated. Your jobs can be complicated. You know the lawyer that got Bill Cosby out of jail is a woman? I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. She's a woman. You think her friends let her have a good time at brunch? Like, they're fucking her up at brunch. They're like, how is work? Keeping the weirdos on the street, I see.
And she's like, he paid for this. And then they all have to humble themselves and drink drinks that were technically bought by Bill Cosby. Oh. I saw a fight at the W on somebody's phone. It was like 12 black people fighting. And my friend showed it to me, and she was like, what a shame. And when I watched it, I kind of got excited. I was like, Ellie's back. We can go back outside now. I don't know. It was something about the black people fighting in no mask. It was a very retro vibe. I liked the vibe. It was very comfortable. I was like, we can go back out here and do this thing. Can you imagine if you're working at the W, though? All this social change, you got to go back to the break room and explain that shit a little bit differently. You know what I mean? You'd be like, yo, look at all these crazy fun black people fighting outside. Maybe we should do something about this, all these crazy fun black people fighting outside. All I'm saying is I was happy to see black people fight for something other than justice. I was like, this is great. We are progressing and moving forward. I talk about race a lot because I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I'm from the South, from the East Coast. And I lived with my grandparents. My parents passed away like a month before 9/11. And, you know, that kind of makes you mature a little bit. You know, you start thinking of things differently. So the day of the attacks, like the terrorist attacks, you know, we just watched the country catch up to a sadness we already had. You know what I mean? That was the punch. You guys can laugh at my pain. That was the joke. I was like, we're all here now, let's talk. You know what I mean? It was a whole, I could have a dialogue with the country about how I felt about my shit. You know what I mean? So I live with my grandparents, and living with your grandparents is funny. Living with your grandparents is the only time you get beat, and then you ask them if they okay. You're like, are you all right? I hear you wheezing.
Oh my gosh.
I'm 12. You can't die on me. It's almost dinner time. But no, all about that shit is it's all about like perception. Like in the South, it's like it's about how people see you. You're perpetually putting on a show. That's what it is for people. Maybe a few years later, my grandmother passed away, and my grandfather. It was us, and we were sitting in the car, and it was like the funeral, I guess, or some shit. It was like a week later, and we were in the car, and I think we were looking for him to say something to like either like make us feel good or calm our nerves or something comforting. And the best thing he could come up with was act like nothing happened. And I was like, act like nothing happened. This happens once. This is the phrase you picked this time. This is, you know, you could have practiced. She died slow. You know what I mean? It just wasn't. I was like, but it's about the show. You know what I mean? It's about putting on the show. I was like, you know, she didn't like, you know, get recast. You know what I mean? She didn't leave the show of our lives. You know, she did not like her contract and then go on to do bigger and better things to get a movie deal. She died, and that was the best thing he could come up with. See the show thing. Okay, all right. It's hard to figure out talking about the sad shit and making people laugh at it. I'm still working it out. I'm fine. I know y'all like, oh my God. I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't give a shit. It's fine. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Oh, those are really them petty eyes. Oh my God, he's so brave. Look at him. I've been watching a lot of TV lately, and a lot of the TV is the same. All of it is the same. I was watching just shows that they're just all the same. Like, have you seen Lion King? Yes. Okay. You seen Black Panther? Same exact movie. You make the uncle the cousin, same movie. Fighting for the kingdom, out-of-body experience, talks to his father while his father's already on the other side. It's purple outside when they talk in the conversation. And in Black Panther, they dress like cats and fight each other in the third act. It is the same exact movie. And then one thing is, I don't know, they're all the same. I watched, have you guys seen Lovecraft Country? Okay, have you guys seen Watchmen? Same show. They're the same show too. Somebody comes to the main character and they're like, hey, you have great power. You come from a great lineage. The only thing you can't do is in systemic racism, goddamn be a hero. And they gotta go do hero shit and be heroes. You know how hard it is to be 3/5 of a superhero? Because that's what those shows are about. Oh man, the Dave Chappelle thing was weird for a moment. They even showed Caitlyn Jenner come and defend him. Yeah, that was the craziest part of the whole thing, wasn't it? I'm no betting man, but I wouldn't want Caitlyn Jenner to help me with anything, you know. Not even that. It's like it seems on brand. You're like, no, I'm good. Getting help from Caitlyn Jenner is like getting hurt and then having an ambulance pick you up and be like, hey, we're gonna take you to the hospital, but we're gonna run over you first. Is that okay? She killed people with a car. So she did. Oh man. If you guys can't tell, I watched every single episode of Undercover Boss. Have you guys seen Undercover Boss? Yeah. I can't wait for time travel to catch up with reality television. Because I want to see the American Slave episode of Undercover Boss. Obviously, his disguise is problematic. You know what I mean? He's in the mirror. He's like, I can't wait to go out on the field and see what this complaining is about. You know, every episode is the same episode. And then the next part is you realize that everybody at the job is overqualified. So he's in the field working. And another slave comes up to him and he's like, according to the almanac, we should be getting cotton in about 2 weeks. And he's like, you can read? Interesting. My favorite part is at the end when they give the people help, because they never give you enough help to leave the job. They only give you enough help to stay working there. And he's like, hey, Tyrone, I know you complain about thorns in your feet. I bought you these shoes. They're barely used. Now you can walk all the way through the field. You're one of my best workers. I want to make sure this company's a well-oiled machine. And that's the end of that episode. It's very problematic, but it's funny to me. If they did an episode of Law & Order where they asked the dude's barber, it'd be a minute long. Because, of course, he knows. You know what I mean? Like, that's the barbershop. It's just like the salon exchange of information. You know everybody's shit. I can picture that episode. Cold New York, 2 cops walking down the street. They turn the corner and see the barbershop. He's sweeping. They open the door. The barber's sweeping. He's sweeping. He turns back, so he looks at him. And he's like, yeah, he killed them niggas on Tuesday. Kung kung. And that's the end of the episode. Nothing else happens. Thank you guys so much.
Watch out. See that? Law and Order. Cha-chung. You'll be ka-ching. So, I just want to say thank you, first of all, to Akil Anderson over here, who's making magic over here. Some way, shape, or form, we are doing it. And I know Yeah. Jimmy left.
I'm not really a comedian. I just kind of came here to support my friend. As you can see, I'm wearing a Nike fucking slip-ons. So, you know, if I want to burn 5 minutes, I'm pretty good at piano, so I can do that, but...
Oh, no, that's okay.
Yeah.
Our family's here. We got outros up the door. Well, first of all, tell us real quick, what do you hate about traffic so much in LA?
I'm 15.
Tell us what you hate about traffic in LA. Listen, the kids got a different take. Listen to this.
You know...
Are they texting and driving?
Yeah, you know, I got mad at my mom for doing that shit, because, like, she... No, like, sometimes, like, she's on her phone, and then she's, like, looking down, and I look at the green light, and I'm like, Mom, it's green. Then she gets mad at me. I'm like... And then she gets... if I'm on my phone just laying in bed, I look at my phone. She's like, get off your fucking phone. I'm like, okay. And then I bring it up to her when we're faced with incoming traffic, and then she just kind of looks at me and look like I'm crazy, like I'm talking back to her. And I'm like, I'm trying to save your life, but... So... Yeah, there's that. I don't really know what to say. Well, I guess you're saying about traffic. I have to go. It's like an hour away to downtown LA. I live in Culver City, so for piano lessons every week, and my dad drives me, which is really useful because I can just do homework for an hour. Which is really great, and then once in a while you'll look up and there's some homeless guy doing some dumb shit on the side, and you're like, okay. So.
That's you were driving.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. And then once in a while he's like, so, what's going on? And then I'm like, oh no, what's gonna happen now? and then he brings up some shit like, "Oh, you should think about your future," and my mind's already going, I don't really know what to do. So, yeah, same situation here. just kind of, I just kind of come in here. One thing leads to another. I'm talking to you guys. So, there you go.
Now, all you have to do is say what your name is and where we can find you on social media if you do have it.
Sam. My Instagram, Sam Steiner. That's it.
Great name.
Thank you. Yeah. Offer still Sam's I can play. So.
We will do that on another night, definitely. I would do it tonight if I could, but I can't. Because
No, we got somebody booked, I hope. It's a cellist, and they need a piano, and they need the camera people, and this is since 7:30 this morning, back and forth. I called Keel this morning. He's like, okay, what time? And then the people are like, can I call you back? And I'm just like, oh, God. And it's just so funny because, yes, they do need the piano. And that would be great because on Funky Fridays we do that. So next time we know that. So next time when you come here, you'll be prepared to do 5 minutes or whatever you want to do. You can say, you can do a poem. You can, that's what Funky Fridays used to be outside. Were you ever here for that? No. They used to sing. They used to, dance. They used to do all this crazy shit. They were all kids, though. It was fun. They were crazy, 16, 17, 18, God, Advil. I don't know what's worse. I'm sorry. That's all I keep thinking about is kids. And I want to thank my family for being here. And I want to see if I can just get Cindy up here for 1 second. Cindy, just come up here 1 second, because I know you can. Akil, I want to see, because you know why? She can do this. I just want to say hi to my cousin Cindy. Get up here for a second. Come on. Flash those jewels. Cindy, by the way, organizes the family reunions, okay? And she has a sister, Joni, who just organizes everything to a T. Maybe you could tell them more while your husband's here.
And you just insist upon doing things that I asked you not to do. You have... Everybody has to know that Sunda and I are cousins, and our grandmothers were sisters. And our grandmothers had 13 sisters and one son in that family, from all the way down to Uncle A.W., who was the baby, the boy. And they always wanted to be together. Even though half of them moved north, some moved east, west, south, and some stayed in the south, because the family's from Georgia. So we were brought up going to family reunions, and that was just sitting in somebody's kitchen. That's what we did. We get in the car in Pittsburgh, drive to Jersey, be in Aunt Vinnie's kitchen, over at Aunt Eva's house, who's her grandmother, go to Georgia, be in Louise's kitchen, or, that's how we traveled. So they instilled in us to stay together. And now that they're all gone, basically, it's now our turn, my generation, but see, now it's Sunda's generation, and I am willing to mentor. I will teach. Yep. And I will. And we already said this to you, Eve, Nikki, Ashley. I could name all my cousins. But me and Margie and Joni will help any way we can. So just tell us when you want to get started, and we're there.
Well, don't you think Akil should be recording this family reunion? What do you think, Akil?
I hope he has not been recording me.
Oh, okay.
Has he? I can't see over there. Anyway, but it's good to be here to see Sunda, because I haven't seen you since we came out for Christmas, and you were at the Laugh Factory, yeah. And that, I haven't been able to hug you and hold you, that kind of stuff. So it's been good to see you. And she's got more cousins out there. There's Gerald, there's Everett, and Norman's my husband, but she considers him a cousin. So, but we're blood, us four. He just happened to hook up.
And we can get a picture of all of us if you don't mind. You can take a picture of us?
Absolutely. All right, that's all I have to say, and I didn't want to do this. I'm getting.
Listen, those family reunions, I will get them up early. I said, we have to work out, guys. Yeah, you're going to stay up. We're going to get you up to the picture with us. Oh, you too. Now you ain't taking a picture. You got to be in it. Oh.
Well, I didn't want her to sit down.
You can't stop the diva. Look at him. He's just like... Watch your step there, because his magazine is there.
Watch. Okay. Come on, Gerald. She wants some family picture. Do it.
I said I'm